I have this gaming computer that I bought from the Facebook Marketplace today. I paid $150. I'm gonna show you the listing real quick. So this is the listing, gaming PC, right there. I bought this from the Facebook Marketplace. He was selling it for 250, then he lowered it to 165. I offered him 140 and he said 150, so I just paid 150. So why did I buy this? I wanted to use this CPU and this motherboard for my server. So what do I have here? So this is the MSI B450 Gaming Plus, and the CPU that's included, and the CPU that came with this PC is the Ryzen 5 2600. It's got 16 gigabytes of DDR4 by G-Skill, and I haven't seen this card in a bit. This is a GTX 750 Ti. Let's go ahead and show you. There you go, 750 Ti right there. All right, if you guys see this already, look at this. Look at this. The metal piece from the IO shield. The owner bent it backwards, I think, because it wasn't fitting right. But yeah, you gotta fix that. Cool. So the power supply is CX450N by Corsair. I did see the power supply, and it doesn't have the cable. It's got the bare minimum. It's got motherboard, CPU power, and just yeah, this GPU, PCIe power connection. Bunch of spider web everywhere. Or dust, spider webs. It's really dusty, but yeah, we're gonna clean that up and rebuild this PC. And the case is a Fantex Evo. That's all I know. It's a Fantex Evo shift. It's a Fantex case. It's just like one of their budget cases. And then I also did notice, while I was like inspecting it, when I bought it, he had a lot of these, um, what was the fan extension cables connected to every fan. So this one, these two fans are connected to one extension cable, and then the rear fan is connected to an extension cable. And what else? We have another extension cable at the bottom. So we got an extension cable connected to an extension cable. Um, so yeah, he plugged all the fans and he connected all his fans with extension cables. Which it doesn't look nice because they stick out too much. Let me go ahead and plug this back in, show you how it looks again. This one's it, but yeah, this is how it was. Just these cables, sticking out, all that stuff. Um, it's very dusty. It does. He said it works. It just needs a power supply. Um, the seller, the seller did say that it works. All it needs is storage. So before I take this apart, I'm gonna install an SSD, boot up to Windows, and see if it actually works. Okay, so I was going to uh, install one of these SSDs and boot up Windows with this PC, but I ran into problem number one. Um, the power supply doesn't have SATA cables, power cables, SATA power cables, so it can't even power the SSD. I don't have an M.2 right now that I can use. So I think I'm just gonna boot it up to BIOS. Honestly, just gonna boot it up, see if it actually boots up and powers on. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so the PC booted. We're in the BIOS. Funny thing is, it wasn't booting at first. Maybe I thought it was I thought I received a faulty computer. Probably got scammed on Facebook. So I was like, what's going on? It wasn't, displaying none of that stuff. So I connected my keyboard and it booted up. It's like now displaying for some reason. I wonder what happens if I disconnect my keyboard. I'm gonna see if I can, um, recreate what was happening. I'm gonna power this off. And then I'm gonna power it back on. Yep. There you go. It's not booting up. It's not displaying. Um, that's what was happening. Um, it's not displaying on the TV. It looks like it is booted, so it should be working, but it won't work until I plug in my keyboard. So I'm gonna plug in the keyboard. Plug in the keyboard, and I'm gonna restart the PC. If you guys didn't know, you can restart the PC by doing Control Alt Delete. That'll restart the computer when your keyboard's connected, uh, and then it's gonna display. I never knew that was an issue. I don't know if it's an AMD thing. I'm more of an Intel user, but there you go. We're in the BIOS now. So I don't know why it would do that. I mean, I guess you need to have the keyboard connected to like mess with the BIOS, and you need all your peripherals connected. But I just didn't know. Maybe it's like this for every computer. Uh, but I just wanted to see if it went into the BIOS or it just loaded up, and it told me to press F2 or delete to enter BIOS, something like that. But yeah, that's what happened. Cool. All right, so we're in the BIOS here, and yeah, so we got some info here. We got our speeds right here. We're running at CPU is running at 3.4 gigahertz. Our RAM is running at 2133. There's a Ryzen 5 2600 6-core processor. The board is the V450 Gaming Plus. I will have to update the BIOS. I have no idea how old these BIOS are. Well, there it is. A 2019 BIOS version. Cool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and uninstall all the parts, clean everything up, uh, reinstall it. Alright, so I'm done cleaning, I believe all the parts. Let me go ahead and show you around. Starting with just the basic fans. They're not squeaky clean. They're just, regular cleaned, I guess. I didn't want to, spend too much time on cleaning this PC because it's not going to be, a full setup. I'm going to use the board for something else if it works. If the thing I want to use it for works. So, yeah, I just did a quick clean of these parts. The graphics card did dust it out. Looks a lot cleaner now. I did replace the thermal paste on this too. Alright, so look at this. The board looks a lot cleaner. I replaced the thermal paste. Getting this cooler off was not easy. It was like the thermal paste was solid. It was caked in there. Thankfully, it wasn't too difficult to remove. Worked out in the end. But yeah, that's the board. The power supply did a just quick dust. Just compressed air in there. And yeah, don't want to open this up. It's too dangerous. Don't want to deal with any of that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and download the new BIOS version for this motherboard. All you gotta do is search up the board. So this is an MSI B450 Gaming Plus. Right there. Should be that one right there. Looks like the correct one. I'm just gonna go ahead to the BIOS here. So we got the BIOS and the AMI BIOS beta version. I don't want the beta version. I don't want the beta. There you go. So this is run here. It's a 2022 version 7B87V1. Alright, so this is the one I'm going to download. This is the latest non-beta version. So I'm just going to download this one. There you go. We got the zip here. I just want to open this up and copy this file here. I'm going to copy it to my flash drive, which is here. I'm going to paste that here. Cool. Now I can just remove my flash drive, plug this into my PC here. Okay, so we're in the M-Flash screen. We got our flash drive here. We got the BIOS. There's a new version right here. Just gonna click that. It's gonna tell us, are you sure Are you sure to select this file? Yes. So BIOS will be updating, and we don't want to turn the PC off or remove the flash drive that has the BIOS file in it. So we're just going to let this complete, and hopefully we don't break our board here. Alright, so the BIOS completed. The PC is now restarting, hopefully to load the new BIOS without any errors. Alright. Oh, we got a different logo this time. An operating system was not found. Try disconnecting any drives that don't continue to restart. Can we restart this? Whoa. Alright, so our BIOS is definitely a lot different than before. Um, yeah, maybe I downloaded the wrong BIOS. I mean, but it worked. Um, yeah, so we got our BIOS here. It does look a lot different for sure. So I am going to be using this for my server. I'm going to make a video swapping the parts out. But for the ECC support, unfortunately, that didn't work. But it is what it is. Anyways, that is all for this video. If you have any questions, just leave a comment. I'll see you guys in the next one.